Hello you, welcome to Off Grid. Let's figure out farming in Hytale. Okay, I'm over at my little starter house. You can see on the channel how we went ahead and built this, and on the side here I've built a sort of open area that we're going to treat as our beginning farm. Just put some fences around just to keep the bad guys out, although I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. Next thing we need is a farmer's workbench, which we're going to make from the workbench. Yo dog, I knew you liked workbenches, so we put workbenches in your workbenches. It just needs trees and some fibers, and we'll take that. And it's awesome. It's like a little wagon. Looks really cute. We'll put it down on our bar here, and we'll place it outside. There we go. Put it over there. Beautiful. Look at that. And then in here, it's given us all the tools we need, as well as the ability to buy seeds and saplings and everything. This essence of life is going to become important. This is basically a currency for lots of different things in the game, but a lot of it is farming. So we're going to be grabbing as much of that as we can. I've already grabbed a few, and I've also got a handful of seeds. I've just got these from exploring around, sort of looking in chests, picking up a couple of the mature plants that you see around the place in the villages and what have you. But for the most part, you can start this from scratch. You're always going to be able to purchase these. You're just going to have to find yourself a couple of essence of life. So early on, to get the best out of your farming workbench, you are going to need a little bit of iron. It's tough for me. I'm one of these guys that spends way too long in the starting zone, so I haven't found much iron. Honestly, every iron I've found has been out of like a random chest or something. I haven't actually found it in the ground yet. But you're going to want a watering can, which is pretty self-explanatory. You're also really going to want some shears if you can afford them. You can manage without these, but I'll explain why they help in a moment. You're also going to want a hoe, and a bucket's going to really help as well. So we need a little bit of wood and stone there for that. So the reason you want your shears is because if you harvest a vegetable with them, there's a chance that it drops the seed needed for it. So especially early on, it really helps. So you can just press F to harvest this cauliflower. But if you do it with R, you'll see there, look, we actually got a couple of, what did we get? We got a cauliflower seed as well as the veg. I think we might have got a pumpkin one then as well. So, oh, you're attacking me now. You were nice to me last time. Okay, buddy. Well, you know, I won't start a fight, but I'll finish it. Wah! Well, you know, if somebody woke me up, I'd be a little bit annoyed anyway. So, yeah, anyway you find places like this, always head around. Make sure you... I mean, obviously, there's loads of goodies in here. I've already grabbed some of these bookcases and stuff for my house. But make sure you have a good look around and grab any mature plants. And like I say, if you use that, the scissors, there's a chance that you get the seeds from them as well, which is very useful. All right, the last thing we really need to get started is a bit of water, and this is where the bucket comes in handy, because you're not going to get water set up at your farm itself, so it's much easier to manage. So just head down to a stream or a pond nearby. Oops. Get yourself some water, and then you're going to come up and somewhere useful nearby. We'll just do it in this corner here. We're going to place that water in there. Okay. Now, if you use a bucket to pick up this water, it will pick up the whole block. But if you use a watering can, it doesn't. So this is going to be your watering can refilling spot. Unlike other voxel-based Minecraft, the crops don't work by having water near them like you would do. Like you'd have a crop here and water here. You are going to have to manually water them. Although crops will grow without this feature, the watering is going to exceed the speed of that by 2.5 times. So very much worth watering, even if you are going to have to do it manually for now at least. The next thing you want to do is start to work on upgrading the workbench. It's going to use a lot of essence of life. It's also going to use 1 or 2 different vegetables to start off with, and some just wood as well. So you really want to focus on growing these first, as well as stuff you need to cook with. You're going to want to focus on these. So wheat and lettuce to begin with, and they are luckily the first 2 seeds you're going to get. We actually don't have any wheat or lettuce, so we'll just pop these up out of the way for a moment. We need 5 wheat, 5 lettuce. I actually think they only cost 2 each, so let's grab 20 bags of wheat, and we can't do that many. Let's do that much lettuce then, I guess. We're going to have more lettuce than wheat, but that's okay. We'll get essence as we go. All right, well, let's get some nice little growing rows in here. We're just going to right click to till some dirt, and once we've got some nice tilled dirt, we're just going to go back over with our seed bag and fill them all in as well. There we go. So we're doing a good 2 rows of wheat just to get the whole thing started. Oops. There we go. We should have just enough. Perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lettuce. Awesome. And then we're going to put those extra loose ones in the ground as well, just randomly to get those started. So we have 7 spots available to do some random stuff. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just do a row all the way down here. And this can be our... let's get rid of that bit of leaf. This can be our random row. That's just the odds and sods we find on the way. There we go. 4 corn. A couple of pumpkin, we'll separate them like that. We might as well get them in the ground. They're not doing us any good sat in our bags. Okay, next up then, we're going to go and take a moment to water them. Luckily, you can just hold down right click and move away across these. Just take your time so you don't miss one like we just did. And of course, that's why we bought that water close by, so that we can very quickly fill it up rather than having to head down into the river again. Now, this will grow pretty quick. Especially the wheat grows very quickly. That's great. There we go. It's already getting started. Okay, so while they're growing, let's have a look at a few other different things. The other way you can speed up growth is through fertilizer, which is right down here. You do need a workbench tier 3, so that's why we're going to focus on this. The other thing you can do is build different sort of plant pots and stuff. These, I think, from what I can gather, you know, we're learning this game, but from what I can gather, these are for mostly decorative options. You're going to place these down inside the house. I actually found one of these before and put it here, and you can put plants into these and it'll grow a lovely little plant inside. It will grow, but it seems to be slow. You can't water them. I don't think it's an optimal way to actually get farming materials out of them. The other thing to note as well is that most of these seeds in the game are also available in an eternal format. These are going to be unlocked through the memory system. That's the statue in the temple where you take your bestiary. You know, once you see things, you go and fill them in. You can check out my getting started guide for more information on that. And basically, this is a seed that will just stay in the ground. It will grow the wheat. You can harvest the wheat, and the seed is still there and will just keep regrowing. These are really great things to work towards. Again, another reason to upgrade that farmer's workbench. You can see here you need 10 wheat, a seed bag itself, and 20 essence of life. So they're expensive, but once you've sort of grown 10 of them, they're going to start paying for themselves, and they just keep going forever and ever. So you may be saying, well, I haven't found a little cave underground or a village or whatever to find some stuff in chests. Wheat does just sort of form occasionally. It's pretty few and far between, but you will have a chance of finding it, and that's going to give you some essence of life to start off with to start purchasing seeds. So if you're really struggling, just take a run out into the overworld, and eventually you will find some wheat. After a little exploring, I managed to get myself 69 nice essences of life and 32 wheat just from sort of finding it around the place. And whilst I was there, all of this has grown up. See, it's actually really quick. So even though you've got to water everything manually, like it grows really quick. It's not like a 2 or 3 day process. So let's get some fresh water. And we'll get our shears to harvest all of this stuff. So I don't think... oh, that wasn't quite ready. Sorry, there's the corn ready. Okay. So we'll let that go a little bit. Yeah, so they're not quite ready. That one is. Okay, I must have just got that one in time. Ah, I wonder if the corn needs a gap, maybe. That seems interesting that it wouldn't quite grow next to each other. But okay, we'll play around with that. We're still learning. This is a bit of a guide, but it's also a bit of us figuring this sort of stuff out as we go along, you know. Okay, all of that is harvested, which means we should be able to come over here now and upgrade to level 2. There we go, that's done. Which means we get a couple more seeds to be able to be purchased, and it gives us the capture crate, which is the last thing I want to show you in this video. This is how we're going to start getting eggs. You're going to make yourself some of these and use them basically as like Pokeballs to go and grab chickens. Unfortunately, you do need tier 5 of the farmer's workbench to make the coop for them, but once you've got the coop, you can go out, find chickens, throw them into the coop, and that's going to give you a daily supply of eggs. The main reason I'm talking about eggs here on a vegetable farming video is because they're really the 2 things you need to make the good stuff, basically. The good food that you can get once you've figured them out with the different recipes. It's going to be different pies and stuff. You can get them from the trader inside the temple. It requires fruit or veg, and eggs is going to make the stuff you need, basically. Flour is from wheat. Dough is from flour, eggs, and water. And the dough is then going to be used to make the beautiful pies you need for the top tier food in the game currently. But for now, the last thing we're going to do is grab some of these eternal wheat seed bags. So we can afford 6 of them currently. So we need 6 wheat seed bags. That's going to take essences of life from us. So wheat seed bags, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will that be able to get us 5 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just about. Sometimes you have to do the hard math. And then we'll bring these down, and then these are going to be our first eternal wheats. Very useful because you don't get the wheat seed from wheat, seems like. So we're going to have to make sure that it's all still ready wet. And there we go. And I think you'll see a little sort of glow off of these as well. We'll know that they always stick around and keep growing wheat for us. So there you go, super simple overview of farming in Hytale. Thanks so much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next one, be good.